Path of Exile Settlers League. This is by far the best minion build of the Settlers League, and maybe even the best minion build in a while. It's the Wraith Lord Perspector. Since probably the Golem got nerfed, because I remember playing Golem, it felt just as good as this current build right here. And we have Wretch Defilers. There is a small debate that's going on. What's better, Forge Frost better or Wretch Defiler? I think early on Forge Frost betters are better, but I feel like late game Wretch Defiler is way better for me, and mostly because of the clear. And you can get clear really good with Forge Raspberry as well, because you can just get Perfume Bloom and just put an aura on yourself. I'm pretty sure I have Perfume Bloom. Yeah, you can just equip the jewels like that and just blow everything up. You essentially have to bomb all your minions, kill, and just everything just blow up, which I did too. It was pretty fun. However, I prefer Wretch Defiler because of this right here that says minion have 10% chance to knock enemy back on hit. It's such a strong defensive items. It's so hard for the enemy to get close to you because they constantly get knocked back, and it just makes you so much more tankier. And I went in a different route from your typical Dorian's prototype, so a lot of people would take the amulet that gives you cold as fire. Cold as lightning, so essentially you're taking lightning and cold from armor, but that only applies to hit. And what it means is that any kind of lightning damage over time will instantly kill you. So all the siphoners that run around with the blue circles around them will kill you instantly. What I did is that I went Sublime Vision, which gives me 30% of fire and lightning as cold, well affected by Purity of Ice, but I cannot have any other aura but Purity of Ice. Every other aura is disabled. And then I have 20% of fire lightning damage as cold, well affected by Purity of Ice, and then I have 50% of elementing damage as taken as chaos. What means is that I only have to invest in chaos resistance and in cold resistance. As you can see, my cold is 90 and my chaos is 81, and this makes you so tanky. It's insane. And that means that any kind of even lightning damage over time nothing gonna affect you anymore, because when you're doing this way, the damage applies from hits and damage over time. All damage types applies. It doesn't just applies from hits, which is perfect. You are now essentially immune to the problem that you had with the other amulet. And I actually haven't even fully min-maxed this because I'm still using Feeding Frenzy, and it's actually not a bad support because it does give you 10% more minion damage and 10% more minion attack speed, which is perfect. It's pretty strong. I invested a lot into the one I was trying to build, and I have spent all my resources. I built it back up because I play this custom months. This is the longest time I have ever played. I don't know, I just looked her up earlier. 30 days playing this character. It's insane. And but I spent so much resources on trying to craft. I spent all my resonators, and I had like, I don't know, 30 of each or something, and I couldn't hit it. I couldn't hit my aggro. I had aggro 1, but I could not hit the +2, so I just give up. And I ended up selling it, and I'm just like, whatever, don't worry about it, this is fun, and kind of give up on that. And so yeah, and I invested a lot into block as well. As you can see, my block is already at max because it gives me minus. This way there's gonna be some annoying mods like reduced regeneration of energy shield, mana, life, and all that crap, so you might not be able to cause this all the time, and this way it's perfect. I don't have to worry about this, and this is mostly for my minions. It's not even for me, because the way I make I also picked up the decay ward here. I anointed. It's actually pretty good. You don't need this, but there's gonna be some mods that says enemy cannot be leeched from, and your minion can be taking some damage there. My minion has a decent regen, but this right here makes him just god level tankiness. But if you minion cannot leech, then this right here is like a secondary there. Just make sure they won't die, you know. But as long as minion can leech, you don't have to have the decay ward. This right here will keep them tanky enough, and you have 50% of physical damage reduction here, and I have a couple more nodes. I have 10 here, 10% physical here, 10% physical there, so that's enough for my minions not to die from anything essentially, you know. And I pick up the instant leech over here, which is close to me anyways, because your minions are leeching damage to you, so you fix your sustain. As long as there's enemy there, you will not have to worry about damage over time because your sustain is great. And we have your generic disgustingly broken jewels over here, which perfect jewels. I didn't craft these jewels, I'm not lucky enough to hit that way. I bought them, and then obviously I picked up the elemental's burial thingy here, and I already showed you guys that. So now my gems here, we have custom damage taken with Steel Skin, Flame Dash, Siege Power. This is really good because it gives lightning damage to your minions, which is perfect, and it gives you damage reduction while you're standing there whenever it's at max. And then we have Convocation, we have Frost Shield. I didn't know what else to put here, so I just put Frost Shield just to get more tanky, and Sniper's Mark only for those rare tanky enemy. And then we have Shield Charge, and just to create a little regular trigger. And here we have Empower, Pierce, Awaken Spell Echo, Raise Spectre, and they are level 30. And then Feeding Frenzy and Returning Projectile. This is optional, I like it, so that's why I have it. And your generic stuff. My ring right here, I got lucky on this ring. I bought this ring, and so I replaced my perfect fast warrior, so I no longer need onslaught because of how much attack speed, cast speed I'm getting from this ring is disgusting. So, and then you have your just health and minus lightning resistance, that's all, and dexterity, some attributes on my amulet, which still needs work. A lot of my stuff could get upgraded, but I already do so much damage, I'm not worried about that. So let's see, can we do this map? This has the only thing I cannot do, and that is reflect. I do pick up little reflect here. No, where is the on your Pantheons right here? It gives you reflect here, but you have to have another ring. I have it, but I don't want to equip because I lose so much damage without it. So I just don't worry about. I just keep reflect maps, and it's also give me curse reduction, and then I have it on my flask as well. So I'm immune to curses, which is perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and see. Doesn't have anything too much unknown. You can still easily die in T17. You can die so easily. We're just gonna rush. I'm currently doing so on my I'm experimenting with bestiarity. I never tried bestiarity, and I'm trying just been playing recently, trying out how this league feels. It's a really cool league, but the enemies are so tanky, and I think this node right here, Dead Prey, and this node right here just makes them god level. This beasts become absolute menace, and it's really hard to kill them. Alright, so I'm gonna rush. I'm gonna run to the boss room. I'm not gonna mess around with anybody here, and you guys can check her out, the damage and stuff, and it's insane, absolute disgusting amounts of damage. And I didn't invest too much into the damage yet, right? I still don't have my perfect one. I don't have my perfect jewels because I'm using Feeding Frenzy. I do have Spell Echo though. I do put a ward here because you can easily die here. So I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna put my curse here, and then I'm just running around making sure they don't kill me. I can press my Arctic Armor. I usually do that later on if I really need to. I press that, and again, ooh, that damage right there was pretty. I felt that. But I'm doing so much. My minions are doing so much damage. It's absolutely absurd. Like like look at this. It's disgusting. And they're not even. Look, let me get them closer a little bit so it'll be a little bit faster. That's it. That wasn't my minion who took damage. That was Ironheart. Look at his damage. That was not my minion. My minion has full health. My minion have full health. None of my minion, because of this one node right here, obviously. The leech, it is a disgusting. You can take max resistances. I don't think it's as good as leech. I think the leech is way better. You can actually take both if you invest somewhere else, like if you went this way, and if you take resistances and leech, oh, your minion is gonna be disgusting. But I think the decay ward right here plus leech makes your minions just god level, you know. Anyways, now we can just go around and try to kill other stuff. But I just wanted to show you that how strong, how I can stand right here, I will not die. Like, there's not a lot of things can kill me, but you still can die. There's some like physical damage can, a lot of physical damage can just boom, deletes you. So I'm just gonna get out right here. I just wanted to showcase the builds really quickly. For my defenses, where was I at? Yeah, I had armor. I tried going with endurance chargers and stuff, but and I had the armor jewel that gives me whenever I take damage, I get endurance chargers, and I even annoyed, where was it at? Right here. Yeah, you get block, you get endurance chances on block, but I don't know, it wasn't constant. Like, I didn't always have endurance chargers. Sometimes they'll fall off, and so it wasn't like it wasn't as strong, and you can only have like 5, I believe. I was able to get 5, and it was just, I did not like it, so I decided not to go with the endurance chargers. So I decided just getting pure health. I also had take away this entire wheel right here, and I put it into health, so I had like 7,000 something health just to get more tanky. However, it doesn't really matter how much health you have. The things that are gonna kill you no matter what. So I ended up going back with the jewel instead here. And yeah, this is the best build of the Settlers League for Minion, and there is pure Spectre build.